we've been seeing something pretty incredible happening. Anybody follow sports? You guys follow the Indiana Hoosiers? Okay, even if you don't, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's going on. I love to study coaches. I love to study the mindset, how to move people, how to create positivity, how to move the ball forward. And this guy right here, nickname is Sig, by the way, is Curt Cignetti. So he's the current coach of the Indiana Hoosiers football team. For a fact, they were the worst winning percentage team of anybody in any major, at the Division I level in college football, in the history of college football. So they had a winning percentage of .423. That means they won 42% of their games, which is really bad. Like, if you're in the Big Ten, like half your games are, I don't know. I mean, you're gonna like, even the Gophers go 50-50, and they're not very good. Like, how can you attract somebody to the Gophers when they could go play at Michigan or Ohio State? Anyway, I'm a sports guy, so I can go on tangents, but I love this guy because he spent the greater part of 4 decades, 80s, 90s, 2000s, okay, 3 decades, being an assistant coach. So he wasn't in the spotlight. He was just kind of sitting underneath the guy. And he played different roles. He played the defensive side, he played special teams, he played wide receiver coach, and he just sat there for a long time working really, really hard. Until he got the opportunity to get a head coaching job, which a lot of you guys don't know this school. If you do, shout it out. Indiana, Pennsylvania. It's weird. IUP. It's they win like 1 in every 12 games. But he got his shot, right? Then he went to Elon. Again, unless you're like betting on sports, you don't know who Elon is. James Madison, we all know who they are. They made the college playoff, controversial, whatever. And then he accepted the job at Indiana. Remember, the worst winning school in the Big Ten and actually Division I football. They just went 14-0 this year. They won the Rose Bowl last week, and they're favored to win the national championship. So there's something to be studied here. There's something to read into a little bit more. He went from playing all of those side, quest assistant coach jobs to being literally the guy in the spotlight right now. And there's something that he has coached over and over with, a strategy that he's used in his coaching to his players that I want to share today, because I think that honestly it's a great theme for 2026, but it's also just something that all of us can learn from and incorporate in our real estate practices and everyday life too. Curt says, we hold ourselves to standards we set, not the circumstances we're in. What this means is that in real estate and business, it doesn't matter what the market's doing. It doesn't matter how cold it is outside. It doesn't matter who's recruiting who. You're sticking to the thing that you need to do every single day. It's the standard you set for yourself. Your goal might be 10 homes, or your goal might be 100 homes. For us, our goal is to help you hit your goal. Because if we can have a company full of people that reach their goals, the company grows stronger. And in football, the correlation is that every play that they go out there, every single snap, is an opportunity for them to essentially hold their standard. That means if you're a defensive player, you have one route you run with that wide receiver, or that's one juke that you make around the offensive or the offensive line, or it's the quarterback's footwork, or it's whatever it is. It's if you're in this one position, you do this thing over and over, and you accomplish your job. Now it's relatable because in business we have the same thing. We have the opportunity to go out there and do an open house, for example. Now we can put a sign in the ground and then just show up to the house, or we can have a standard we set to actually go out and execute on that open house and make it the best open house we can make it. That means preparing ahead of time, right? When each person executes on those standards, the player wins and the team wins. Even on bad teams, like you can go to Division III, Division II, bad Division I schools. There are positions, there are safeties, there are offensive linemen, there are kickers. And yes, Nick, kickers do matter. They matter a lot, actually. Every one of them, it doesn't matter where they are. If they accomplish the standard that they set in that role, in that play, they can go to the highest level regardless of if the team wins or not. That means it doesn't matter what the person next to you does, as long as you do what you're supposed to do. If you hold yourself accountable to the standard that you set for your goal, and you reach your goal, you're elevating yourself year over year over year.